Hello, I'm Paul Pluta. Welcome to the Paul Pluta channel, the #1 online expert on luxury wristwatches. Quick wristwatch check, IWC Ingi. And today, I'm doing paid reviews. Paid reviews because I don't do shit for free. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel. And today, I've just received $35 from Anthony. And he says, he goes, "Hi Archie, and thanks for your help today on this important and perplexing topic related to my next watch purchase. Please note that I'm requesting a YouTube video response to my question and just made a $35 PayPal contribution to you, since you deserve more than the recommended $20 for sure for your expert advice, and I don't expect you to do shit for free. Archie, I must say, I thoroughly enjoy watching your various clips on YouTube and find your perspective and insight to be quite valuable. I've already learned so much that will serve me long term as I map out my plans for future purchases. Watch collecting is fun, but there are certain dangerous waters to navigate. For some background, I'm 53 and I live in the New York State, outside of New York City, in a small but trendy upscale town. I didn't get into higher end watches until 10 years ago when I purchased a Cartier Roadster, which I enjoyed for a few years. However, when I was promoted to senior vice president of my last technology company, I wanted to mark the event with something special. After talking to a good friend of mine that knows watches much better than I do, I decided to select a sports watch from one of the Holy Trinity manufacturers. After careful consideration and the realization that I could not yet afford a Patek Nautilus that I truly wanted, I explored the AP Royal Oak as well as the VC Vacheron Constantin overseas. I focused on the chronograph because I liked the look best, and they were in the same strike zone of about $23,500 US. After some wheeling and dealing, I bought the Vacheron Constantin blue face chrono and traded my Cartier Roadster to help pay for the purchase. I will say that I was very pleased with the purchase, but do miss the Roadster some days. The VC is a classy yet sporty watch, and almost no one knows the brand, but I get lots of compliments, and people note that you can tell it's an expensive watch. To change the look of the watch, I manually switched out the steel bracelet for a leather strap, and it is like having a more casual and fun watch for events in the spring or summer. Long term, of course, I am focused on earning enough to get one of the Patek Nautilus dual time chronos, 5990-01s. However, the price tag of $53,000 to $56,000 US, even with the fact that I make good money, is still a goal I have not achieved. To me, the 5990 is stunning and is something I've never seen anyone else wearing. While I'm at it, I'd like your opinion on this watch, as I know you're a huge Patek fan, but wanted your view. In the meantime, I always keep watch shopping, and while I was never interested in getting a Rolex due to all the facts that all of my friends have them and I don't find them differentiated enough, I like things that are different and that people don't typically see. However, I've been impressed with the Daytona and wouldn't mind your advice on the like. The steel with white face, non-ceramic, is my favourite. However, I found that the watch wears kind of small on my wrist, even though I have a relatively small wrist. Anyway, while at the Rolex boutique in Miami on vacation with my son and wife 2 years ago, I discovered the Rolex Hulk Submariner and was stunned at how nice it looked. Since the sub is a classic watch compared with the green ceramic with green sunburst dial, I was very interested in the watch and ended up purchasing it. Now I find that I wear the Hulk on nice sunny days due to the vibrant colours. I always enjoy it and get more compliments on it than the VC, in fact. So I've been happy with the watch overall, and I'm very happy I added it to the collection. As far as my next step goes in my journey with watches, and while I continue to look forward to the purchase one day of a Patek Nautilus, I've been seriously considering getting a Panerai. However, I've seen many videos and you seem to lean against getting a Panerai when considering long-term value. That said, I've been studying the Panerai 233 as well as the Panerai 1312. Both use in-house movements, but the 233 is much more expensive, about 12,500 retail, which I never pay Archie, never pay retail Archie. The 1312 is about 9,500. To me, I'm leaning towards the 1312, that's the one for 9,500, due to better grey market pricing, but wanted your view of these choices or others that Panerai might have. As you know, Panerai can be a confusing brand with so many options that look similar. All that said, I'm 100% Italian and like the idea of adding one to my collection while I wait for my ability to get the Nautilus. There are two I've narrowed it down to. Okay, there we go. We've got the PAM 233 and the PAM 1312. Anyway, Archie, the kid, I'd love your advice on these critical topics. I enjoy watching these interim purchases, but I must say, some days I wonder if I should sell them all and just get the Nautilus I want to wear every day. Boom, done. But I do like fashion and different looks. So the path I'm on is fun too. Okay, Archie, let me know, and thank you very much. I'm a huge fan and look forward to your expert advice. Wowzers, this has been a very, very long email, but let's have a talk there about it. So thank you firstly so much for being a true Archie Luxury fan here. I gotta tell you, it's interesting. You looked at the Patek Nautilus, you looked at the AP, and you looked at the VC. Very interesting choice there. You chose the VC. I tend to say to you, hey, that is an amazing purchase. I don't know how many super high-end pieces you need. I mean, let's be honest there. When you're buying these pieces, I don't know how many super top end. I mean, do you need a Rolls Royce, a Bentley, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, and a Porsche? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of getting very top end. I think you should enjoy the time you've got with your Vacheron overseas. You mentioned here you've got the chronograph Vacheron, which can't really complain about that, can you? I gotta say, the Cartier Roadster, look, they've really tanked in recent years. Their Cartier's been really hit with quite a flat market. Okay, so let's answer some of your questions to start with. So you asked me, what do I think of your after some wheeling and dealing, you bought the VC blue-faced chrono. Well done. I mean, that's that is a holy trinity. That is a super watch. You cannot. How can you go wrong with that? That is a super watch. Vacheron Constantin, beautiful piece of. I can't criticize that piece there. No big loss with the Cartier. I've had a Roadster myself, and I know what you mean. They're really cool. Even though they only use an ETA movement, they're actually quite a cool watch. Long time, you're looking at the Patek Nautilus Dual Time Chronograph. My God, yes, $53,000 to $56,000. I'm just going to have a little bit of a drink here. I mean, this is some serious coin. And I've got to tell you, in all honesty, man, that is a lot of money. I mean, $53,000 to $56,000 US. This is not Aussie dollars. Look, I would say to you, there's nothing wrong with getting that watch. It is a superb watch, absolutely superb. I would honestly say to you, well done. Well done. Patek, what do I think of it? 5990. The Nautilus dual time chronograph. Any Patek chronograph is super special. And I got to tell you, you know, what you might find better bang per buck is, I mean, for me, my dream Patek, one of the true grails that I always lusted after was the World Time. And this was unreachable. This came out in the early 2000s, I think 2000 to be exact, and it was always a very, very unattainable piece. But as time has moved on, it has become more attainable. So I would say to you, you know, there are a lot of good Pateks there. The Nautiluses, they're very, 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 how would you put it? Expensive. The Nautilus model, very popular. I think it's a great piece, but as you say there, they are big money. I don't see them really being 20,000 sort of pieces. The thing is too, that type of piece, dual time chronograph, could you imagine the repair costs on that? It would be pretty high, pretty high. But hey, it's always good to have a dream. You can't ever criticize having a, you gotta have something to aim for. And it's better to aim for a Patek than say a Ferrari. That's for sure. I like the story there. Look, I really think myself, you're a Rolex, you've got a few Rolexes, you've looked at a few Rolexes, didn't like Rolexes, but you ended up, you went and got the Hulk Submariner. I discovered the Rolex Hulk Submariner, the green ceramic, yep. I think that's a great purchase. That is such a great watch. And one thing I would say is, you've got to remember this, the Submariner itself is such a versatile watch. Vacheron is a bit like the Patek, high-end horology, but dare we say it, it is a little bit delicate. It is a delicate piece. So I think that is a great combo to have there. I think that's a very nice combo. You've got the Vacheron Chronograph, which is, that is a dream watch, man. That is a dream watch. You've got the Hulk, which is, that's a beautiful piece. And then you're thinking of adding a Panerai. Now, I gotta tell you, I would say myself, I tend to like the simple, basic Panerais, and I quite like the ones you've shown there. I love the sub-second at the 9 feature, which I think you like on yours. You know, simple Panerai, the most simple Panerai you can get is the PAM 111, which is manual wind. It's, you know, it's just a great piece. And you have a look on Chrono 24, you can pick that puppy up for, you know, really, really nice condition for $5,000 US. That's possibly what I'd be steering into. I've got to tell you, I really think myself there, you've achieved a hell of a lot. You've got some absolutely beautiful pieces. I mean, the Vacheron Chronograph, I mean, that's a great piece. That's a fantastic, beautiful piece. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself there at all. That is amazing. That's an amazing, amazing piece. I personally, I know you want the Patek. The Patek is a great piece, but you've already got the Vacheron, man. I would say to you, why not? Instead, I got to tell you the truth. I mean, I've owned some really amazing watches. I had a gold Submariner. I've had a Calatrava. I've had the annual calendar. Now I've got the World Time. And I got to be honest with you. Sometimes it's better to have a few watches than one hugely expensive. And I kind of think I kind of think that if you sold off the Vacheron now, look, as much as I love the Vacheron, it's a great watch you've got there. I think the resale value is soft on Vacheron. That they, you know, I wouldn't be selling it. I mean, particularly if you've had it and you've enjoyed it. I think that's a kind of a mistake. I think you'll be disappointed with what they offer you, and the Rolex you'll probably do okay on. The Hulk you'll do okay on, but no, I personally think the Panerai. Yeah, if you love a Panerai, you go for the one you love there. I tend to say, you know, I think a PAM 111 could fit the bill. It's going to be half the cost. Buy a pre-owned one, half or a third of the cost, and it's you know, it's got the same look to it. So, do you really need a date feature on the watch? It's nice to have a watch without a date feature. Manual wind without a date feature, I think could be quite good to go for. So I mean that's quite a reasonable Panerai. Panerai itself is also, the market is a bit slow, so I would definitely, if you are after a PAM, haggle hard. You want to make sure box papers. You want to try and get receipt, any service history on it. Just get as much as you can, and just be so careful because there are some excellent fake Panerais around there. I had a friend, Clyde, who he got given one by a client. Long story, but from the scans he sent me, it looked right, but he went onto the Paneristi forum and no, it wasn't right. So I think myself, you know, just as a newbie looking at your collection there, I think a Panerai would be fine. Which one would I go for out of those two you've mentioned? Look, I think both of them are fine. I'd probably go for, personally, a PAM 111. I think it's nice to have manual wind, no date. And it's also half the price. You've got to ask yourself, those three pieces, Vacheron Chronograph, Rolex Hulk, and a Panerai, what a great collection. The only thing missing is a GMT function watch. You could possibly add a Batman down the track to go with the Hulk. The Batman's the blue and the black GMT. I would really say to you that, man, sometimes you look at things and think, oh, I'll sell this off and get that. Look, if you're not, you get slaughtered on the price. Vacheron is a great brand. It's not a great brand to resell. Rolex, if you want, Rolex is the brand you can buy and sell. Okay, that's the nitty gritty. I wouldn't be selling the Vacheron. You've got it, you enjoy it, you love it, keep it. The Patek, I don't even know if you need the Patek. I mean, you got the Vacheron, you got a Rolex, add a Panerai, and then maybe down the track add a Batman. I mean, I'd rather have those four pieces than one snooty Patek. That's my opinion. That's what I kind of think is the way I would do it. And it's up to you. It depends on you there. But I gotta be honest with you there. Complete honesty. Look, the 5990 is an amazing watch. I love the Nautilus line. I love the 5711. That's just a simple three-hand with date one. I love the I gotta say any chronograph, the 5980, that's the Nautilus chronograph. It's amazing things, but 50,000. Do you know how much money that is in banknotes? My God. A lot of money, and I'll give you the power. I mean, that's great if you can afford that, but personally, would I sell the two and get the no. I personally think you're going to be disappointed with the Vacheron, the resale value. The Hulk is such a usable watch. The Patek is still delicate, so I wouldn't be flipping it. I reckon those three watches, the Vacheron, the Hulk, and the PAM, What a great piece. What a great three-piece collection. The Patek, look, it's always nice to have these dreams of a Patek. I love my Patek, but, ooh, $50,000. Jesus, that's a lot of money for... I'd rather have the 3 or 4 watches. That's just my own view. That's my view. I'd rather have the 3 or 4 watches, different, you know, I mean, I kind of think Patek is a bit overrated at times. I mean, I love my world time, but I kind of limited to how many times I wear it because it is limited. I think I wouldn't be selling the Hulk. And to be honest with you, you've got a Vacheron Chronograph. Man, that is such an achievement. That is such a cool watch. I don't know if you would need to flick it. Why flick it? You're gonna get slaughtered on the used market. I'd be hanging on. I'm Paul Pluta. This has been the Paul Pluta channel paid review. Tell me what you guys think of that. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell your friends about my videos.